Hi, you guys. I thought I would call tonight's talk Don't Paint Your Red Flags Green. And it is exactly what that means. Don't paint the red flags that come up when you're dating someone green, meaning please pay attention if you see things happening that are warning signs. And I've had quite a few of them over the years when I've dated people. But most recently, I've had some that came up that I just didn't listen to. So I thought I would go through some of them. So maybe it would save some of you the heartache. And I'm going to need my glasses for this because I wrote on pink paper with a red pen. So, I was dating him for a year. And one of the signs that I felt like I was giving more into the relationship than he was is that it was a long distance relationship, and he lived in a couple states away from me, down south. And I went to see him 3 times, and he did not come here to see me in Iowa, and didn't really seem to not care about meeting my family or my kids. And that is a red flag, you guys, if you've been dating someone for a year. So don't overlook that if that happens to you. That did bother me a lot. So let me keep going. When it came to me, like attention from him, he didn't really compliment me a whole lot about my looks or what I was wearing. That just wasn't in him to do that, and girls kind of need that. We just do, no matter what. I mean, we just need to feel like you care or you're attracted to us. So that was kind of a red flag for me. I tend to ask him a lot of questions about himself, but he didn't ask a whole lot about me. So that should be another red flag too, you guys, if you're asking them more about themselves than they are about you. Also, I'm a musician and a singer and songwriter, and I gave him one of my CDs that I recorded in Nashville, and he never did ask me about it. I don't think he even opened the CD. I don't even know if he listened to any of my music. That tells me he's just not that into me or things that were important to me. So you guys need to, pay attention to that if they're not interested in things that you love. And so anyway, vice versa. Every card and gift I gave him when I went to visit, it was nowhere to be found. I don't even know where they were. Okay, this is part 2 of Don't Paint Your Red Flags Green. I was in the middle of talking about how my boyfriend at the time didn't seem to have any of the gifts and cards I gave him in his apartment where I could see him. It's like they were gone. I even found a picture of me in his guest bedroom. I don't know why you put a picture of your girlfriend in a guest bedroom. That was kind of weird. When it came to asking if I was okay financially or ever needed help with anything, he just didn't do that. Didn't ever ask about that. And we even talked about spending our lives together. I mean, I'd been with him for a year, and it kind of concerns me if all during that time, someone who's serious with you doesn't really ask how you're doing. So that's another red flag. Another red flag was he never posted a picture of me or him together on his social media sites. Not one. He did not want anyone to know anything about me. That's a huge red flag in my book. It's a problem with that. When I went to see him, and we took a cruise together, I paid for all my own expenses. Not that a woman can't do that, but he did help the first time I went to see him, but usually a guy is more involved in that than letting you pay for everything. So I did pay for a lot of meals and gifts for him. But if you're continually doing that all the time, that's kind of a red flag too. Didn't ask a whole lot about my family, about my kids, even though I asked about his all the time and sent them presents. And So whenever I talked about the future, this is another huge red flag, he would always say, well, let's just pray about it. Let's just pray about it. But we didn't pray together about it, and it just kept getting put on the back shelf. He avoided the topic about our future together, and that is another huge red flag. And he never really liked to look me in the eyes, at least not for very long. So the fear of intimacy was really his main problem, and I guess I just didn't see that. And he had a hard time saying I'm sorry. Not that he had that many things to say I'm sorry about, but I just feel like he didn't have any intentions on a serious future with me, and I loved him with all my heart. But I'm telling you guys this, please heed any red flags that come along. And if they're not going to take the time to tell you why they're not talking to you anymore, it's just, I have no words for it. Anyway, those are my points tonight. Thanks for listening.